morning, afternoon, and evening, clinical engineers, biomedical engineer, biomedical equipment technician and technologist, and healthcare professional from around the world. Welcome to GCEA Award for calling submission for the 2024 GCEA Award and reporting activity by 2023 winners. I am Keiko Fukuta as the chair of GCEA Awards Committee. Today, I am very pleased to announce three things. Firstly, it is time to let you know that call for submission for the 2024 GCEA Award. So, if you know organization and individual around you who have been doing best practice, please apply it by the end of August. Secondly, till last year, we have two awards, GCEA Collaborative Capacity Building Award and Technologist Technician Leadership Award. Today, I am going to announce new award, the JY&WH Global Academic Award for individuals who have demonstrated outstanding academic achievement and contribution in the field of clinical engineering. Dr. David Yadin will explain later on. Please catch it. Thirdly, we are very honored to invite two people who received 2023 GCEA Award. We look forward to receiving a lot of submissions in 2024. Please see GCEA website to receive more information. So, it is my honor to warm welcome Dr. Yadin David to present new award. Then Professor Alexandra Hemini and Engineer Tatsunori Ogawa will present their activity in 2023.
I'm proud today, on behalf of the Global Clinical Engineering Alliance, to announce the inauguration of a new award, the JY&WH Global Academic Excellence Award for outstanding contribution to the clinical engineering discipline. It is an honor to be bestowed upon individuals who have demonstrated outstanding academic achievement and contribution in the field of clinical engineering. This prestigious award aims to celebrate accomplishments of educators who have not only excelled academically, but also made significant contribution to the advancement of the clinical engineering education. This award is named after two models of academic clinical engineering excellence, both recognized posthumously. Professor William Hyman of College Station, Texas, US of A, and Jiang Yunei from Beijing, China. Both were models for unparalleled dedication and proficiency in advancing the clinical engineering discipline, a discipline that is vital to the delivery of modern healthcare services, where technology and innovation intersect with the legacy product at the point of patient care. The discipline that ensures the safety, efficiency, and accessibility of patient-ready medical equipment and integrated systems. The accomplishment of these two educators, Hyman and Yunhei, have excelled through the sharing of the pursuit of knowledge and skills in clinical engineering, in teaching, in writing, in publication, in research, establishing new periodical, as well as professional association. All play a vital role in the wider impact on the global healthcare industry and on the clinical engineering field. You know, competency in clinical engineering field is dependent upon education. And we, as an international community that serves patients and caregivers, must be education rich. We need more and better opportunities to educate and train our practitioners. We need to seek lifelong continuing education as an integral part of becoming a profession, just like our colleagues, the physician, nurses, and pathology and anesthesiologists are obliged to do. This award aims to promote this idea and will be awarded to individuals or organization or programs or departments for the exceptional achievements and contributions to the education in the field of clinical engineering. Clinical engineering is a specialized disciplines of life sciences, of engineering, IT, and focusing on, as I said, innovation, management, and assessment of technology in healthcare setting to ensure their safety, readiness, efficacy, and regulatory compliance. In concluding my announcement, on behalf of the Global Clinical Engineering Alliance, I want to thank and recognize the support for this award by BWITA, that stands for the Beijing Wise Innovation Technology Alliance, who is also a member of the GCEA family. You can already find detail of this award on our global CEA.org website under award categories, and think about the candidate and start sending us nomination. Thank you.
Hello, members of GCEA. My name is Alexandre Mini. I'm Brazilian and the winner of Technologist Leadership Award 2023. It's a honor for me to receive these awards. It's the most important in my career. During 42 years working in the biomedical and clinical engineering area. And very interesting that since teenager I work in the company family performing electro installation of sound in cars. But I did it, but I didn't understand the fundamentals of it, why I was doing. But then, with 14 age, I decided to start an electronic technician course. This was very interesting, almost 3,000 hours of course during 3 years. And when finished, during my internship, I met engineer Suli Shi, that present her husband, just Professor Wang Binsing. He was creating the Biomedical Engineering Center at University of Campinas, and my first job opportunity. And I start my job working with Professor Wang Binsing. I was employed, but it's not enough for me. I decided to start a technologist course in mechanics, and it was very interesting, mixed my knowledge. And when I was finishing, a young professor, just Professor George Khalil, invited me to develop a master degree program. It was great, but I need more knowledge, and I needed to did some disciplines in electrical engineering degree, and did it then and finished my master program. And then a great opportunity to participate in the board of professors of clinical engineering post-graduation course, coordinated by Professor Said George Khalil. It's great experience for me. And a very interesting case, a burn during electrosurgical procedure. And I was studying and understood that it was more complex than I thought. Then Professor Alberto Cliquet invited me to develop a PhD program to study why it occurs and how it can be prevented. Then developing my PhD and studying electromagnetic interference in operating rooms, and starting a new model to investigate burns and other cases during surgery associated with electrosurgery. And I got a lot of knowledgements and wrote a book about electrosurgery. Very interesting experience too. And all of this knowledgement, it was very important to leave the Biomedical Engineering Center and start a new phase of my journey, working in the hospital, a bedside, with the patient, with the physician, the nurses, applying all this knowledgement to solve problems of day by day associated with medical technology. And in 1997, I started a new phase in Women's Hospital at University of Campinas. And very interesting, creating a new model of clinical engineering. 10 years working in the hospital, opportunity to wide activities in the health sector in the state of São Paulo. This some economical state more important in Brazil, and 49 hospitals without clinical engineering. And we started a new program to acquisitions, to perform this new model of management of technology. 6 years working there. I started with one hospital, and nowadays 15 hospitals has clinical engineering inside it. This is very nice for me, this experience. And now, back to the Women's Hospital, I work in a new model of teach with simulation and realistic tests in hospital. And then now finish my journey after these 42 years. I'm a director of engineering and clinical engineering in this hospital. It's very, very important for me to have studied, to know and to understand why this occurs. And all study for is very important. And I desire, I wish that you will be happy and thinks you can. You decided and you reach it. But remember, study and develop your dreams. Thanks very much, very, very much for GCEA. Goodbye.
Hello everyone. My name is Tatsunori Ogawa. I'm clinical engineer in Japan. This time, we would like to introduce the activities of the GCEA Awards that we received last year. I would like to express my gratitude to Keiko Fukuta and all the GCEA staff for providing me with the opportunity to present. However, I'm not good English, so I'm using AI dubbing.
First, let me introduce you to us. We are clinical engineers affiliated with the National Center for Global Health and Medicine in Tokyo, Japan. Our center is one of several national advanced medical centers in Japan. In addition to comprehensive medical care, we specialize in infectious disease treatment and international response. In addition to hospitals, there are also research institutes and universities. This is the theme of this issue. Our project aims to convey Japanese medical equipment management technology to Vietnam. This time, we will explain how our project was implemented and what the results were. I'll share it with you all. In recent years, along with economic growth in Vietnam, there is a need for advanced medical care and safe medical care. This applies not only to medical procedures such as surgeries and tests, but also to medical devices. We have continued the project since 2017, and in 2021, Vietnam's first Minister of Health circular on medical device management was issued. However, the technology at the site did not match the content of the notification, making it difficult to realize this goal. Based on these considerations, we are conducting activities based on the need to broadly transfer technology to Vietnam. I will explain the public medical institution system in Vietnam. In Vietnam, a system called Direction of Healthcare Activities, DOHA, is being implemented as a regional medical support activity that is a policy of the Ministry of Health. This is a policy that places a public central medical institution at the top and provides various medical support to lower-ranking medical institutions. However, since this is unprecedented in the field of medical device management, we will continue to promote our center's project. This is an overview of the plan. The purpose is to convey Japan's medical equipment management technology to administrative agencies under the Ministry of Health and major medical institutions, and contribute to improving medical standards. In our project, clinical engineers from our center will conduct training for technology transfer to Vietnam's three major national base hospitals: Bach Mai Hospital, Cho Rai Hospital, and Fair Central Hospital. In addition to medical institutions, we also provide training to medical device research institutes under the jurisdiction of the Ministry of Health, medical device associations, and training schools for medical device managers. We also plan to have the trainees serve as instructors for DOHA training on medical equipment management, and to transfer the technology to medical institutions in the provinces and districts. Our activities include providing training in Japan for staff involved in medical device management, as well as on-site training in Vietnam and online. First, we will conduct a field survey and workshop based on the results of last year's activities. Then, we will conduct training in Japan, reflecting the results of the survey and workshop. The participants will then travel back to Japan to hold a workshop as a follow-up and feedback session on the training. Online initiatives include monthly online meetings, sharing of training materials including videos, live streaming of workshops, and understanding checks using the form application. On-site workshops will be held in each region to convey medical device management techniques, and the workshop instructors will be selected from training participants visiting Japan. We also check the management status of medical equipment at each hospital and provide direct explanations to the person in charge. For example, on this occasion we explained the proper use of the humidifier that was attached to the ventilator. We investigated the use of endoscopes at this facility. During the training in Japan, we mainly conducted lectures on the basics of medical device management, lectures on specific maintenance and inspection, and practical training. The targeted medical equipment included defibrillators, dialysis machines, ventilators, and incubators as shown in the photo, as well as training on inspection equipment. First, I will explain medical device management in Japan using our center as an example. After going through the purchasing process in the administrative department, it is registered in a ledger and centrally managed in the Medical Equipment Management Office. Management includes not only cleaning, inspection, and repair, but also training on handling, etc. Following standardized procedures, each process is passed before it can be used in clinical practice. When the device is finished being used in a clinical setting, it is returned to the Medical Equipment Management Office and then proceeded to the cleaning and inspection cycle. Once their useful life has passed and repair is no longer possible, they are discarded. Online training consisted of 9 online meetings using Zoom, and workshops were held twice a year, also streamed online, with a total of 481 people participating. Here are videos from the workshop. This is a maintenance training course for hemodialysis equipment. The instructor is a trainee of this project, so he explains in Vietnamese. On-demand video streaming was conducted 4 times a year, with 62 people watching the videos. On-site training consisted of 2 workshops held in the northern and southern regions, with a total of 66 local participants. Most of the participants were BME, and came from over 40 facilities. 8 trainees participated in the training in Japan. They visited Japanese medical device manufacturers and distributors to receive maintenance training. And at medical institutions they received training on the overview of medical device maintenance and management. Some of the trainees visited a clinical engineering school, where they observed classes and received lectures on the overview of the system. The average comprehension level in the pre- and post-tests of the training in Japan was 91%. The results of the trainees after returning home are as follows. Inspection manuals and checklists were created based on the training materials. Maintenance manuals have been introduced at 3 national hospitals for some of the medical equipment covered by the Ministry of Health's notification. For medical equipment not specified in the notification, the Medical Equipment Research Institute under the Ministry of Health plans to create maintenance and management regulations for vital sign monitors, infusion pumps, and syringe pumps. In the northern region, technology transfer training sessions were held for provincial and district hospitals. A short-term course on equipment management was planned and implemented at a medical equipment management training college. There are also plans to reflect this in the BME training course for third-year students. The following table summarizes the project's activities since 2017. As the years passed, the number of participating facilities and participants increased. Especially after 2020, many facilities participated despite the COVID-19 pandemic, as we were informed that the Minister of Health would issue a notification regarding medical devices. In 2023, a revision of the ministerial circular of the Ministry of Health has been proposed, and the figures regarding participation will be the largest ever. Most of the participants were biomedical engineers, about 90% of whom were biomedical engineers. Assuming that they properly manage medical equipment at their own facilities, we believe that nearly 200,000 Vietnamese citizens will benefit. The COVID-19 pandemic has probably been a difficult time for many of you who are watching, but it has brought an unexpected byproduct. As I announced at the 4th ICEHTMC in 2021, advances in online technology and equipment have made it easier to conduct activities across countries. Even now that the epidemic has subsided not only in Japan but also around the world, the technology continues unabated and is used for online distribution of workshops and online conferences. Looking back on the project, many of the participants were biomedical engineers. Because biomedical engineers' main job is to manage equipment in testing rooms, there is a wall between them and medical professionals such as doctors and nurses in clinical settings. Therefore, we believe that it is necessary to build a system that can accumulate the necessary knowledge and experience in clinical settings, promote understanding of medical device management among facility executives, and improve the status of BME. I also felt that it was important to firmly establish and entrench the Doha system so that the same level of medical device management could be carried out appropriately throughout Vietnam. Therefore, it is necessary to carefully determine when to separate them from the project to encourage them to become independent once they have become well known. The following items should also be considered in the future. Medical Device Unified Management System, Clinical Engineer System. These have been recognized by the trainees through the project, and a plan has been launched to introduce them in Vietnam in collaboration with various administrative agencies, Ministry of Health, Ministry of Interior, etc. However, because the structure of infrastructure such as buildings and organizational structure are different from Japan, it is difficult to introduce it in the same way, and it is necessary to find a form that suits the style of your country. For this reason, Vietnam will be able to provide safer medical care by continuing to involve Japan in the form of introducing Japanese-style equipment management systems and dispatching instructors, and by introducing high-quality medical equipment management. In this project, we would like to consider what approaches can be taken to counter such effects. We hope that appropriate medical equipment management will become widespread and that as many people as possible will receive high-quality medical care. Therefore, we will continue to be as flexible as possible in the future.
Thank you for watching. I hope you can understand a little bit about what we do. See you next time. Bye.